Welcome to JSATV, the newsroom for tech and telecom professionals. I'm Jaymie Scotto Cutaia of JSA, and we're here at Telecom Exchange New York City, downtown New York. And I'm here with my friend, Mr. James Nesfield. He's the CTO of a company named Chirp. James, welcome to JSATV.
Thanks very much. Thanks for having me.
So can you tell our viewers who may not already know, Chirp is data over sound technology. What does that mean?
Sure. So we produce a suite of SDKs, packages which go in other people's products and services. It allows devices to send data using just sound. So using a product's loudspeaker and microphone, our technology transforms data into a series of pitches, notes, into audio. That audio is then broadcast into a space, and any listening device using its microphone can hear those sounds and decode the original data.
All right, so live demo time?
Well, I can let you hear what it sounds like. So this is just a very short little message that'll send about 50 bits worth of data into the air.
So that's what data sounds like.
That's what that piece of data sounds like. We also do ultrasonic data, which of course we can't hear, but it's the same concept.
So does that mean basically any device, whether it's a machine or smartphone, robot, and any type of content, video, money, or robot commands? Tell me where, and this seems so endless, really.
Sure. So we focus very exclusively on just the transport issue of getting the data from point A to point B, or from one to many devices. And so we don't typically place any restrictions on the format of the data, or whether that data represents a payment ID, a user, a file, for example. But one restriction of our technology is that it's typically used for sending smaller amounts of data. So you wouldn't send an entire video, but you might send a reference to that video instead.
And you were so kind to join us in our first CEO roundtable this morning on IoT, Internet of Things. And you had a very interesting perspective, unique to the roundtable. Can you tell our viewers a couple of the discussion topics? Sure.
Well, so we were tackling ideas around IoT. It was interesting for me personally being on that panel, because in terms of the other companies who are here, Chirp is somewhat unique, I'd say. And so I've got a slightly different perspective on some of the issues within IoT that we're focusing on as a company. So it was really enjoyable for me to hear from the other companies, because it's not a perspective that we necessarily are kind of focused on. It's great to have such a range of opinions in the room.
And that we're not just connecting things through cable, but also data over sound, essentially.
So this is one of the points I made on the panel when we were talking about the infrastructure required for IoT. It's really interesting when it comes to our technology that it can leverage infrastructure that's already out there. So you think of any piece of equipment which is able to produce sound or receive sound, even the PA system in this room, this microphone, potentially can now send and receive data. Although it was designed for the human voice or for music, all of these pieces of equipment are able now to be leveraged for sending data also.
So basically you're saying smart cities are already smart, they just don't know it.
Possibly, yes. And Chirp could be one of the enabling technologies that can be brought into that scenario.
So clever. So Chirp being so innovative, what do you see for Chirp in the next few months to a year ahead?
So we're really excited because increasingly we're seeing our technology used in a very wide and very disparate set of application areas. And you mentioned earlier that our technology could be used anywhere, and while that is true that it's very, very flexible and use case agnostic, the flip side of that is that we're constantly surprised by people coming to us and saying, hey, could your technology be used for this, for X, Y, and Z? And often those are possibilities which within the Chirp office we hadn't necessarily considered before. It's really pleasant to be surprised by new sectors coming to us, and so we're seeing that more and more, and we've got partners in the toy industry, gaming, transportation, and even the nuclear industry, and it's fascinating to see one technology able to cover all of those bases.
From the toy industry to the nuclear industry, using sound over data. Data over sound. Chirp.io, absolutely a website you will find as fascinating as I did. Definitely check it out. Thank you, James, for joining us.
Pleasure.
And thank you, viewers, for tuning in to JSATV. Happy networking.